he flying his buildings to his army. This is the most interesting base trade I've ever seen, like ever. Does Whitera still have obs? Whitera still has one obs, so that can protect him against the Banshees. If he lets that obs get sniped, though, he could be in trouble. Siege tanks on the high ground. Whitera cannot engage that army. This is a very epic game, ladies and gentlemen. And I guess like Naama did save this command center, but Whitera knows it because he's got vision right now, so he knows there's a command center up there. So Whitera needs to protect this base, and Naama needs to protect this base. Terran being the defensive army, this is a great position. Look at the bunkers up already. He has the upper hand in a defensive stance, but he can't push out either. Terran cannot push out because he's in a defensive position. Like I said, they are the defensive race, and pushing out is very difficult for them, especially if they've gone a siege tank route. So going to be shelling these Colossus, melting away most of the infantry ball, doing the damage he needed to do, and backing off wisely. Naama has next to no production, but he had tons of minerals, still has tons of money in the bank. And the problem with this is that, look, this is mined out by Whitera, and Naama can't do much with it. However, he could fly over here and take this next and just kind of move around the map, but Whitera sees this. Because of the pylons there, he could warp in with it and really do kind of a surround push. A Banshee coming in here with Cloak to harass, but like I said, Whitera does have that Observer. Going to be just fine against this. Oh, just at a range of that blink. And oh man, this is awesome. This is StarCraft, ladies and gentlemen. And full mana on that Banshee, so Raven, sorry, any kind of engage here, there'll be tons of PDD. No Hunter Seeker though, so no blast radius damage to Stalkers or anything like that, and that's something he's really going to need. So production back up for Whitera. Warp Gates, Cyber Core, DT Shrine, I love that. And that's what the Twilight Council was for. He could get charged, although he doesn't have many Zealots. It's not often that I see a Protoss player go heavy Stalkers against a Terran player, but not many Marauders in Naama's army, so that does invite Stalkers. And Whitera being very careful, very cautious. I don't know when the DTs are going to come into play. He's not using any now, but that is because there is a Raven. I suppose he can't do anything against the Raven, especially with missile turrets here as well. And two Stalkers sitting here just being assholes, and they're not going to do anything though. Going to be able to survive though, not even taking damage to their hull, just their shield. So that'll recharge soon enough. Whitera could take this again, and I think he might decide to, but why would he? I mean, he can take this. He can take the gold that Naama has conveniently broken the rocks for already. And yeah, Whitera I think is in control of this game right now. I'm not sure though. It could go either way. All it would take was one poor decision from Whitera to lose his entire army to a line of siege tanks and Ravens. And really, Naama just has to get his production up and running again. He's no longer supply blocked. However, Whitera is overwhelmingly outnumbering him. See, he's pressing into the siege tanks. EMP on the entire army. Let's take a look here. Softened up almost half that ball. So EMP doing 80 damage to every Stalker it hit. Just phenomenal. And it will decloak that Observer if it hits that, and he can target that later. But the Banshee just scouting this out. Don't lose that. So being very cautious here, both players. A very delicate standoff here. Either player could lose everything instantly with one wrong move, and it's very tense. There's that point defense drone. So using up some of the Raven's energy. The nice thing is, as these point defense drones are down, their countdown timer goes down, but they gain energy, and they stay there for so long, plus that Raven gains his energy back. I don't even see the Raven anymore. I'm going to go to units rather than production, because not much is being produced. Well, there's the Raven. So you can see the army differences here. We've got High Templars out for Whitera. I don't know where that building is, where that tech structure is. There it is. And we are getting Storm now. So the High Templar are currently just building up energy, which is what you need to do now that there's no amulet. Observer here for scouting, great play. And Observer here as well. This is very strong play, trying to contain Naama. And Stalkers here in preparation, but 4 Banshees to 3 Stalkers. It's not an even match at all. as you can see. But Whitera can warp in more stalkers, whether he chooses to or not, I don't know. Pulling his line, he might as well. He can just come down here. No harm done. And feedback on one of those Banshees at least. On a second Banshee as well. And he does snipe that pylon, going to be backing out. So he sniped 3 stalkers and only lost 1 Banshee, and he got a pylon as well. I'd say that's pretty even. He can take those back, he can repair, and all is dandy. Now, these Colossus were by themselves, and he knows that, and here comes some sort of push here. Oh, if he had done that sooner and engaged those Colossus, I think he might have taken a lot of damage, but killing those Colossus would have been key. EMP on those Templar, he needs to morph those. There he goes into an Archon. The Colossus engaged the army, and the siege tank set up just in time. Banshee's going to be able to kill that Archon before it's finished. And there you go. And now he's going to be sniping all these pylons. Going to get the robotics bay. The observer here will see everything though, and will detect any kind of expansion. He's just going to fly the command center over there, which is wise. And here come... I'm going to yawn. But not because this is not exciting. Oh boy, is this exciting. And here comes Whitera. Knowing that the Terran army is out of position, I think he could have pushed that, and I really think he should have. But I guess he's just playing it cautious. He really can't let Virus Naama get this base up and running. I'm not sure why he's not landing it. There he goes. He can't let Virus Naama take that base because it gives him a chance to get back into this game. And I think he knows. I think he's going to make the push here. He's committing to this. He had the Archon in front to tank the damage, but he is overwhelming numbers against Virus Naama, depleting that PDD so fast because he has so many stalkers. He's got detection. Storm going down on the Banshees, and just instant killing that medevac. The siege tanks go down. He did lose a ton of stalkers. Going to units lost tab, be interested. So Whitera still is ahead in units lost. Is he going to lose that Colossus? He loses the Colossus. He's down to 1 Colossus. Siege tank still on the high ground, taking a lot of damage to his army, and Virus Naama, GG's. What a great game. 10 out of 10, I would say. This was phenomenal. I hope you guys liked it too. I hope you liked how I opened this this episode of StarCraft Inc., guys. I'm SCINc Incarnum, and that's what you're watching, StarCraft Inc. And you're watching StarCraft Inc. Smash Cap, you're an asshole.